WB, Cookeville.
President Trump is getting ready to hit the road. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Today, the president will make his first trip as commander-in-chief, traveling to both hurricane-ravaged North Carolina and Los Angeles, which is still grappling with deadly wildfires.
That's Fox's Brooke Singman. Ahead of these trips, the president told Fox's Hannity this is why the flood-ravaged Asheville area is his first stop.
The Democrats don't care about North Carolina. What they've done with FEMA is so bad.
Now, some residents complain about slow recovery and response in September's Hurricane Helene flood disaster there. As for the president's trip to get a look at the Los Angeles wildfire disaster, California Governor Gavin Newsom, a Democrat, says he plans to be there when the president arrives.
I hope he comes with the spirit of cooperation and collaboration. That's the spirit to which we welcome him. I've said this many times, open hand, not a closed fist.
California's approved more than $2 billion in wildfire relief, but the president suggests he could withhold federal aid until the state improves water management. A Trump executive order related to his immigration crackdown has been blocked by a federal judge, agreeing with states that sued it's unconstitutional that the president cannot alter birthright citizenship, which allows anyone born in the U.S. to be an American. A new Trump executive order aims to shed light on decades-old controversies. Fox's Jared Halpern reports.
Trump's order begins a 45-day process to release remaining files about the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years.
The president told an aide to give the pen he used to sign the order to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., his nominee to lead the Department of Health and Human Services.
Well, tonight, the Senate could confirm a new defense secretary over the strong objections of Democrats like Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Is Pete Hegseth really the best one we've got? Come on, you know he isn't. You know he's not even close.
Two Republican senators also oppose Hegseth, who calls allegations of sexual misconduct and heavy drinking a smear. America's listening to Fox News.
As President Donald Trump begins his second term.
Promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises.
Stick with the Fox News Rundown as history is made during his first 100 days. Whether it impacts your family, your wallet, or the world, our team of journalists will give you the sharp analysis and perspective you expect from Fox News. The Fox News Rundown, the first 100 days. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
I'm Emily Campagno, host of the Fox True Crime Podcast. In March of 1953, retired vaudeville star Mabel Monahan was found brutally murdered. The case became a media sensation, and one woman was painted to be a cold-blooded murderess, Barbara Graham. This week, former prosecutor and author Marcia Clark reveals a different side of the story, detailing an unjust justice system in her latest book, Trial by Ambush. Available now on foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Now, Pete Hegseth's possible confirmation as defense secretary tonight comes the day after the new CIA director was confirmed as the second Trump cabinet nominee in place, joining Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
At his recent confirmation hearing, Ratcliffe shared some of our country's biggest security threats: China, Iran, the border, the Russia-Ukraine war and risk of nuclear fallout, and North Korea. Ratcliffe said he will look to also increase the CIA's capacity to obtain human intelligence. At his swearing-in ceremony, Vice President J.D. Vance shared why Ratcliffe has the full trust of the president.
He really believes deeply in the mission, first of all, of keeping Americans safe, but also doing it in a way that ensures that the American people have confidence in our national intelligence services.
Ratcliffe was President Trump's Director of National Intelligence during his first term. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
So this is the first full day on the job for CIA Director John Ratcliffe. Spirit Airlines telling passengers no shirt, no shoes, no service with a new dress code.
The budget airline says the new contract of carriage, which was updated Wednesday, will ban flyers for sporting what they describe as trashy looks. The new rules say that guests will not be permitted to board the aircraft if they are barefooted or inadequately clothed. Among the examples of inappropriate travel outfits include see-through clothing, exposed breasts or buttocks, or otherwise lewd, obscene, or offensive clothing. The new regulation comes after several incidents of passengers being called out over their attire. The airline recently filed for bankruptcy due to struggles from the pandemic and looming debt payments. The airline tried to merge with JetBlue but dropped the merger after the Justice Department blocked the deal. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures down modestly before today's trading. At tennis's Australian Open, Novak Djokovic is out. He withdrew from his semifinal match because of an injury. Alexander Zverev advances to the final. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. 2 men accused of shooting a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper during a July traffic stop in Putnam County both pleaded not guilty Thursday. Timothy Laquan Davis Jr. and Bray's Roland Rucker remain behind bars in connection to the shooting of Trooper Adam Cothran. They face multiple charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Putnam County authorities found approximately a half pound of methamphetamine and 2.5 ounces of fentanyl while investigating suspicious activity at the Baxter T-Mart earlier this month. Sheriff Eddie Ferris says deputies arrested 24-year-old Camden Cowan on charges of manufacture, sale, or delivery of meth and fentanyl. The State Department of Economic and Community Development awarded nearly $600,000 in grant funding Thursday to help 2 local entities with long-term planning for water and sewer systems. The city of Spencer is set to receive $95,000, while the Jackson County Utility District will receive $500,000. That's the news from WHUB.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Today's Friday, the 24th of January, 6:06. And Sheila, a little snow's coming down right now.
I was so shocked at that. I mean, it's not just flurries. It's like a little snow shower, and it's got the parking lot covered.
Check the AccuWindow weather.
Oh, you're going to check the window? I was going to say it's not in the teens. It's 22. Our high is going to be in the low 30s, but it is snowing out there.
Yeah, the parking lot out here's got white.
He said the parking lot out there has gotten white. If y'all couldn't hear him, he's kind of off mic looking in the window there. That's how we tell our forecast. Yeah. Just look out the window.
Willow Window weather.
That's right. From the Willow Window Studio.
That's right.
Yeah. So our guest this morning will be Jacob Benson from Upper Cumberland Reporter.
All right.
Then Jamie Newman. I love her, but she's going to do that polar bear plunge.
Oh, my
Lord.
Lord.
Coming up. I think it's coming up February 1st. And I mean, as cold as it's been, I can't imagine getting in water this cold.
No way.
Oh, but she'll talk about that this morning. And we'll talk about, why you doing that, girl? Yeah. I mean, when it's this cold, I can't talk no more. Why you doing that, girl?
What sin do you need penance from?
That you have to jump in the cold.
What are you doing that for?
Woo!
A few things you need to know. December's unemployment rate for the state of Tennessee, 3.6%. That's 0.5 of a percentage point less than the national rate. So we're doing better than average. So congratulations, state of Tennessee.
I love better than average.
Better than average.
I don't want to be just average.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I want to say congratulations to Hannah Davis with Vertical Coffee, and she also works at the Cookeville Regional Medical Center.
Yeah.
She's with Cityscape, and she is now their board chair for 2025. So
great.
She does so much around the community.
One more thing to do.
One more thing to concentrate on.
Yeah.
Besides working 2 or 3 jobs and being a mama.
If we could get Hannah and Shan Stout to get off their butt and do something.
Those lazy women. We are so being funny right now. Well, congratulations to Miss Hannah.
Yeah.
We think the world of her.
Congratulations to Tennessee Tech. Just got voted the #1 best value, offers highest starting salaries across all public universities in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wings up.
Also from White County High School, we love this student because she's been in and several times on our morning show with her other White County friends. They were collecting things for the hurricane victims, Hurricane Helena. But Isabella Sackett, she is board representative. They're so proud of her. Said she has been chosen to serve on the Tennessee Department of Education Student Engagement Council. Ooh. So that's a huge deal for Miss Isabella.
That sounds
and
important.
She's just adorable and smart and just loves helping people. So she's going to represent White County High School so well.
That's great. Well, the Tech men's basketball team did not win last night. They lost 89 to 77 against TSU. But the ladies have won 4 in a row now. They beat TSU 71 to 64. So congratulations to the Golden Eagle women's basketball team. Come on, men's basketball. Come on, guys.
Come on, man. Congratulations, ladies. Del Hollow Lake, I saw this on their Facebook page, and I thought, just pass it along. They said cold weather means bodies of water may be iced over. And we know that, I know, but said it's never 100% safe. There's a lot of younger folks or people that want to try to go like, hey, let's play on the ice, and then it gets dangerous.
Walk on it.
Yes, yeah. And said the minimum guideline for walking or fishing on new clear ice is 4 inches thick. Check ice thickness before you venture out. So I thought that's good to pass along. They said for people, 4 inches thick. For like
dogs and stuff.
Dogs and other things, 5 to 7 inches thick. For vehicles, 8 to 12 inches thick.
Well.
And for heavy vehicles, 12 to 15 inches thick.
We're not probably going to get
so it's guidelines there. But, I mean, there are some people that like to fish out in the cold, and there's a lot of kids and teenagers that want to go out and play on the ice and then gets in trouble. Yeah. So just keep that in mind this season.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
I got one more. You got?
Yeah, I've got a few more, Sheila.
Okay, you go on. You go on.
Cookeville High School got a new volleyball coach, Logan Hicks.
Yay, Logan!
I don't know if he's been in Cookeville and just worked his way up. I don't know enough about Logan Hicks. We'll ask Jacob Vinson. Mm-hmm. I'm having to give you these sports stories this morning because Jacob forgot.
Oh, calling him out. You going to get on to him when he comes in person?
There's going to be some demerits.
But usually we can always count on Jacob. It's usually Noah.
Yeah.
Just because I like picking on Noah, too.
Well,
Noah's fun to pick on because he gives everybody else grief, too.
I just wanted to say demerits.
Yeah. And you know that Jacob, that's going to bother him.
I hadn't heard that word in a while. And then when I saw that Jacob had totally skipped out on us on sports this morning, I was like, well, he's getting demerits. Where'd that come from?
He said he would be here, but that was yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
I hadn't checked with him this morning. I hope he's going to be in after 7.
But anyway, congratulations to new volleyball coach at Cookeville High School, Logan Hicks.
Yeah, that's exciting. Now, I know you and I are big fans of the comedian from Nashville, Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, love that dude.
Well, Donaldson Christian Academy, that's where he went to high school. The gymnasium has been named after him now.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, oh. That's things you need to know. I know it's kind of like spoiler alert and in the entertainment world too, but he's in Nashville.
Yeah, that's
right
cool.
down the
road. He'll be able to have several jokes about that because he's not very athletic.
in the gymnasium, Donaldson Christian Academy.
And, they should name like a hall after him.
Yeah.
So yesterday. They had a guy from Wall Street Journal Sports, and they ranked all the football teams by what they're worth. Number 1 was Ohio State, almost $2 billion.
Oh, wow.
Texas is at number 2. So I'll just do the SEC schools now.
Okay.
Texas is at number 2, $1.89 billion. Georgia, $1.34 billion. LSU, $1.06 billion, and that's at number 6 nationally. At number 8 nationally, Tennessee comes in at number 8 with just over $1 billion. Alabama's $846 million. They're 11th. Auburn is 12th, $843 million. Really? Alabama's only 3 million more than Auburn? Then Florida, then Arkansas, and then who cares? Vandy's last.
Who cares? Okay.
Yeah.
I talked to Tyler Buck last night. He's the owner of the Cookeville Baskin Robbins, one of the youngest owners.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be saying that when he's 60.
Probably.
But, they're going to open.
Dead.
Stop. I don't want to think about that.
Oh, we will.
We will when he's 60.
By the time he's 60, if
We'll be gone.
If we're not dead, then they've made some real advances in medical treatments.
Okay. Well, anyway, I talked to him last night. He's going to open the All Good.
Right.
And it's going to be a drive-through, All Good Baskin Robbins. And he said, yeah, it's on point for opening March 1st.
Oh, great.
And I'm excited about the drive-through.
That's not that far away.
No, it's not. And he was so excited about
Right
that.
around
So
the corner.
congratulations. I'm just wanting to keep y'all updated on that because I know we all like ice cream. We don't care how cold it is outside right now.
I care.
I saw somebody yesterday. I walked past them and they were eating an ice cream cone and I was freezing walking down the sidewalk and it was all cold and I'm like,
what are you doing?
I was like,
Doesn't make any sense. Congratulations to Lady Vols head coach Kim Caldwell on the birth of her and her husband Justin's son, Connor Scott Caldwell.
ooh, good name too.
Yeah, she's been a heck of a basketball coach for the Vols this year too.
She's been great.
Yeah.
And that's all.
That's all I got, Sheila.
Hey, that's all I got.
All right, what's up? What about your 2 cents? Brought to you by our friends down at Freedom Pond at 49 Mayberry Street, Sparta.
What's one place in the world you'd like to visit in the whole world?
In the whole world?
In the whole world.
Like I could just blink myself there. I don't have to do the travel thing.
Sure.
Australia. I've always wanted to go.
You know what? That is one of mine, but it's so expensive. Like
Yeah.
I've priced it. I've wanted to go. I've wanted to thinking, hey, let's save up for this. It's even too much saving up for it. You know what I'm saying? It would take a long time saving up to go to Australia. So those of you that's been, you lucky dogs, you.
Yeah, I've always thought it'd be so cool to go to Australia, but
See all the animals.
yeah,
And
just but
the kangaroos.
yeah, it just looks fun.
And it seems like they're just easygoing too.
Seems that way. Their government got a little wacky there for a little bit during.
Yeah. I
but,
just meant people as a whole seem
I think
pretty
the people, yeah,
pretty
I might
nice.
actually enjoy New Zealand better.
I think so too. I think you and I think there's some beautiful things that I've seen pictures of.
Yeah.
The land is beautiful there too, and I bet you we would probably be more in line with the New Zealand folks.
I think so.
And what is it? They got those little birds, the kiwi birds.
Yeah.
They're called kiwis if they're from New England. I'm talking about people. They call them kiwis.
New Zealand.
Did I say New England?
You did, but that's okay.
New Zealand. New Zealand.
I've never known where Old Zealand was though. Have you?
I know. I don't even know if there's a place called Old Zealand.
There has to be for there to be a New Zealand.
Be a new one, or maybe they revamped it
Right,
and they
the
go, "This is
all
new."
New
Yeah,
Zealand.
this is we're marketing it as the New Zealand.
Right, under new management.
Right.
Right, yeah. 6:18 now. We'll get into your answers on your 2 cents coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio, and we'll be right back.
Discover the savings at Freedom Pawn, located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. We're not your typical pawn shop. Explore our extensive selection of jewelry, tools, gaming systems, knives, and guitars, perfect for any enthusiast. For the archery lover, we offer Barnett crossbows and other top brands. And don't forget, we're your trusted guns and ammo store with the best selection around. Visit us today. Just look for the Bigfoot in front of the store and see why Freedom Pawn in Sparta is your ultimate destination for great deals.
If you have have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service, along with Colonial Automotive, would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive, right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Ball, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place to get away from the stresses of life. Willow Window can help transform your home with the highest quality windows and window treatments. Choose from honeycomb shades, plantation shutters, or blackout blinds for privacy. Motorized window treatments can control outside light with the touch of a remote. Get your free estimate today. Call 931-WINDOW-1. Willow Window, 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville.
Willow Window, making your home beautiful again.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
You said bye-bye to big government. Now it's time to trim the fat from big wireless. Pure Talk gives you the exact same service. They use the same cell towers, the same 5G network. You get better customer service, and you pay half the price for the exact same thing. Get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data with mobile hotspot for just $35 a month. Make the switch. You simply dial pound 250, say the keyword, save now, save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Welcome back to Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:22. I guess it's still snowing a little bit, Sheila.
You go and check the window?
No, I'm too tired.
When he gets up, the microphone's kind of about a foot or two away from you, and I was like, I have to repeat because I don't know if the microphone can pick up real well.
I don't know.
It does want to ride up on it, but your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. Please go there and support them because they are so great at supporting Good Morning Cookeville, and we love them for that. Mm-hmm. They're your guns and ammo store. I mean, they have a separate room with so many different shotguns, handguns, ammunition, knives, and bows, arrows, and
great rifle selection.
Yes,
you know,
they really do have a huge selection, and they've got real knowledgeable staff there too. If you've got any questions, what's one place in the world you'd like to visit? That's your 2 cents. And we have a lot of interesting answers on this.
So we were talking about earlier, Australia, New Zealand, that part of the world. I mean, I'd like to go see a lot of things.
Oh, I would too.
But
I would like Ireland.
I don't want to have to go there.
No, I want to go there. You're talking about you don't want to travel.
Like if this was Star Trek time.
You could, yeah.
Scotty could beam me places.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I'd be more apt to be beamed somewhere than fly somewhere. What does that say?
Well, it says you're scared of flying. But I mean, beaming's pretty scary too. I mean, you get broke down into particles and sent all the way across. Not Scotty.
Oh no, Scotty was doing it.
Yeah, if it was Scotty and it was something I trust,
right,
that would get me back in.
Well, I wouldn't want to be the first one to do it.
Well,
that'll be Elon Musk.
Yeah, but after you've seen several people go and there haven't been any problems,
right? They must sign me up.
But even if there haven't been any problems, you're going into space. I still don't think Jason would do that.
I'm not going into space. All this talk about Mars and all that stuff. I ain't going to Mars.
It's interesting, and I would watch. I'd watch a documentary on it.
Yeah.
but I don't know if I'd go.
That being said, I'm for a lot of people going to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Free us up down here a little bit.
That's true.
So
there's a lot of people I'd like to send to Mars.
anybody wants to go live on the moon or Mars, or I say have at it.
There's a lot of people I'd like to
Yeah.
ship up there.
That's right.
Anyway, here's what y'all are saying about some places that you'd like to go. Anywhere in the world, where would it be? Veldon said Alaska. From south to North Pole, from East Coast to all the islands, they would like to go.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be it.
Now Alaska does seem like beautiful part of the world.
Yeah. Have you ever watched the show Meat Eater?
Yeah.
Man, I love when that guy's in Alaska and doing his hunting there. It's just so beautiful.
It really is.
And I love that.
Jim.
I'm not a big fan of all the other Alaska shows, though.
Do you know one I watched, and I still wish it was around? What's that one that Tina Fey did? She ran for vice president for a little bit.
Veep.
No. Hang on. Tina Fey did her a lot, and she was running for
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin. She had a show about Alaska.
Yeah.
And her husband hunted a lot, and she invited people to go trekking with her in the wilderness. I enjoyed seeing Alaska.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin's show was really interesting.
Yeah.
So, I always liked watching her show. Jim says Budapest. He said,
Never would have crossed my mind.
I know.
Budapest.
He said, heard it's one of the most beautiful places and full of lots of unique history.
Oh, I bet it is.
Budapest is like, there was some movie about Budapest. I was like, oh, that's prettier than I thought it would
It
be.
would never have crossed my mind
know.
to pick Budapest.
This reminds me of you. Lindy, she goes, I just want to stay home. I think, and that's fine, Lindy.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And I don't want to move from here. I love it here. But I want to see the world.
Big South Fork, that's where I want to go.
You know what? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. I want a horseback
That's
ride
about as
in
far
Big
as
South
I
Fork.
want to get away now, currently, yeah.
Now, Eileen said Isle of Man and the Shetland Islands.
Ooh, yeah, that would be cool to go see.
Tex says Italy. My grandmother was Italian and came from there. Now, I've been to Venice, Italy, and it's gorgeous, and I would love to see Rome.
Yeah.
The Italian people are pretty special. You know, they want to share their food with you, and they want to talk about the history. Greece, if you ever get a chance to go to Greece, I'm telling you, changed my life.
That's when you brought back COVID.
No, I did not. That was 3 years before COVID even happened.
But it takes it that long to.
He thought it was incubating in me.
Yeah.
Went in 2017.
They said Wuhan. They meant Sheila.
I did not bring back COVID. Kathy and Lynn both say Ireland, and I want to go there too.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go to Ireland.
I'd like to go to Scotland too. I have some Scotland roots.
Yeah.
Scottish roots.
Well, that's me. So I'd like to go to Switzerland because that's where my people are
from. Switzerland?
On the Grider side, yes.
Wow.
And then other
Is that
side.
why you're so laid back and easy to get along with?
Oh, I don't know, but apparently we were silk makers.
You come from a rich family then if you made silk.
And it was spelled with a T, Griter.
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 It's not grider.
Right. Then over here it became a D instead of a T.
Isn't it neat how names change over time too? Yeah.
But apparently at the airport when you get off when you're there at the airport, and I don't know whichever one you go to in Switzerland, big international one there, there's a billboard for Griter silk or something.
And that's your long lost people.
Way over there, yeah. Some Swiss Irish.
Swish.
Swiss Irish with a little splash of Cherokee Indian.
Yeah. You know, we're just a hodgepodge, aren't we, over here in America?
We're all mutts. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I don't understand everybody hating one another that's a different culture, because I'm like, what are we? We're the Heinz 57 of everybody,
right.
which means little mix of everything. Savannah said Aruba.
Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda.
Bahama.
Come on, pretty mama.
And we do have Pam and Dave Walden.
Yeah.
They said New Zealand.
Yeah.
And they even said that before we did.
Oh, really?
They're right on where what we want to do. And then there's a lot of people. Ireland looks like it's one of the most popular ones here. And then Cindy said Australia. Kevin said Hawaii. Kim likes the Bahamas.
Hawaii.
Now, I don't understand, Jen. Not that, I mean, I guess it would be neat to go, but you talk about cold. Antarctica. But there are some cool documentaries, but I'd rather sit in my warm home and watch the documentaries on that one.
I'd also like to go to Costa Rica. I'd like to go to Costa Rica with knowing that I had a complete security detail.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
Because it's beautiful. There's plenty of fun stuff to do, but there's also people that might kill you.
Yeah. What's the place that has the old cars?
Just Cuba.
Yes, I want to go there.
Cuba's gorgeous.
And I'd feel that way I'd want an entourage that's going to protect me. Yeah. Not that, I mean, I've seen people go and they've got beautiful pictures and they're riding in the old cars. I'm thinking, well, they look like they're pretty safe. But it still scares me.
I mean, I guess you're safe there as you are
anywhere
in Chicago
in America,
or New York or one of those places.
Isn't that true?
Coming up, we've got spoiler alerts. That's on the way. The latest in the news of entertainment and music. So we'll get to that in just a second here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window studio. Be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. 2 men accused of shooting a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper during a July traffic stop in Putnam County both pleaded not guilty Thursday. Timothy Laquan Davis Jr. and Bray's Roland Rucker remain behind bars in connection to the shooting of Trooper Adam Cothran. They face multiple charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Putnam County authorities found approximately a half pound of methamphetamine and 2.5 ounces of fentanyl while investigating suspicious activity at the Baxter T-Mart earlier this month. Sheriff Eddie Ferris says deputies arrested 24-year-old Camden Cowan on charges of manufacture, sale, or delivery of meth and fentanyl. The State Department of Economic and Community Development awarded nearly $600,000 in grant funding Thursday to help 2 local entities with long-term planning for water and sewer systems. The City of Spencer is set to receive $95,000, while the Jackson County Utility District will receive $500,000. That's the news from WHUB.
The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Boeing shares are down more than 1% after it predicted a larger loss in the current quarter than Wall Street forecast. Boeing is still seeing the impact from a 2-month strike and costs from job cuts. Texas Instruments shares are losing ground. Its earnings and revenue were stronger than expected, but it's being cautious about the current quarter. Shares of Novo Nordisk, the company that makes weight loss drug Wegovy, are up 10%. Its new weight loss treatment is showing promising results. Patients participating in a test lost 22% of their body weight. Tesla is getting ready to launch a new version of its Model Y SUV. Tesla says it will be able to drive 320 miles on a charge. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
Something amazing is happening here. AI is increasing workloads on CPUs and GPUs. But this company's laptops are more than keeping pace. That's because CDW worked with them to future-proof their laptop fleet by configuring them with devices enabled with AMD Ryzen AI. Improve performance and free up resources with AMD Ryzen and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/AMD client.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
It's a cold start to the day, but there is a warming trend on the way through the weekend, as we'll actually make the mid-40s for the first time in a while. Today, though, mostly sunny, mid-30s, overnight down into the teens, with a little shot of reinforcing cold air. By tomorrow, though, mid-40s, and Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-40s.
Everyone is talking about healthcare these days. America spends twice that of other developed countries on our healthcare system, Yet our health ranks near the bottom. How can we stop spending so much and getting so little? Shifting to a system based on primary care can help fix the problem. Patients with a primary care doctor live longer, healthier lives and are less likely to suffer from cancer, heart disease, or stroke. Primary care that is comprehensive and coordinated also saves money. Patients who have a primary care doctor spend 30% less on health care than patients who don't. States with a high number of primary care doctors have lower health care costs and higher quality care. Primary care can help make America healthy again. To learn more about the benefits of primary care, visit www.healthisprimary.org. This message is brought to you by America's Family Physicians.
The world men's record for the fastest registration with the Selective Service System remains under dispute. 18-year-old Dwayne G. of Cleveland claims to have registered online in a lightning-fast 18 seconds. But Ernesto Q. from L.A. says he beat that time by a full 1/10 of a second on his smartphone with one hand tied behind his back. This may take a while to settle. In the meantime, guys turning 18, visit sss.gov and see how fast you can register. It's quick, it's easy, it's the law.
You let him try violin because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio, 6:36 now.
And we have 22 degrees. It's working its way up to 33. Not going to be real high.
Yeah.
But, and a little snow flurries out there this morning.
I would say light snow showers.
Yeah, because flurries is just, here's one.
At least that's
there's
where it
one.
was.
But it really was coming down.
What does the radar say now?
I hadn't checked the radar. I mean, I'm not a meteorologist.
Well,
I'll let you do that.
Let's look.
And we've got Upper Cumberland reporter always every Friday at 7. Jacob Vincent comes in, updates us on high school sports. Then
Like
Jamie
most of it's
Newman.
up north now.
So you think we don't have snow showers right now?
There might be a flurry or two going on right now, but most of it's up in Salina. Looks like Gainsboro got a little bit of snow.
So we're getting a little dusting this morning in our area.
Dusting.
That's what we call it.
Yeah. That's what it is. Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. So on TV today, Kelly Clarkson has the Music by Chicago.
Oh, wow.
I really like Chicago.
Well, I've seen them in concert. They're great.
I too.
Really good.
One of the first concerts I ever went to.
So was Peter Cetera still with them then?
Yeah.
Peter wasn't with them when I saw him. They're still great, but golly, was his voice. I don't wonder what happened with him. He's still alive.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's still touring or not.
Did I ever tell you about the time I did race cars with him?
With Peter Cetera?
Yeah.
You have not. You name drop a lot, but you didn't tell me about Peter Cetera.
You remember when those little Legends cars were a big deal in Nashville?
Yes.
Brooks and Dunn had a race team, and
yes.
Well, they did some sort of charity thing on. I'll tell you how long ago this has been. TNN was still a network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ralph Emery was still doing a show.
Still doing a show, still alive and doing well.
That's how long ago this was, okay? So they had those little Legends cars, and they had a little charity deal, and they invited a handful of us radio disc jockeys at the time to come in and do it and be part of this. So I went and I was part of it, and it was Brooks and Dunn, the Bellamy brothers.
Talk about name dropping.
I forgot some other,
Yeah, that were hot at the time.
David Lee Murphy.
Yeah.
You
hung around with the party crowd.
I forgot who else was there, but Peter Cetera, because I remember Peter Cetera being there, and it's like, one of these kids is doing his own thing,
Because he didn't match the others.
Yeah, but he was awesome. He was really cool.
So he was nice.
Yeah, and everybody beat me and Trace Atkins.
Huh.
Me and Trace Atkins came in like last. I spun Trace Atkins out.
You mess with Trace Adkins,
poor
the biggest dude there.
Well, that's the thing. He could barely fit in the car.
I can say, yeah. Because isn't he like 6'7" or something?
It was ridiculous.
He's crazy, yeah. And then they said when he's in a bar or something, the drunkest guy always tries to pick on the biggest guy, so he'd always get picked on.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like I meant to either. It's just we were both very inexperienced in driving these Legends cars.
Well, I would think all of them would be.
No, they all had teams.
Okay, so they had done it a little bit more than y'all.
It was like their side fun, you know.
Their little side hustle.
And Trace Atkins was, he was just starting out, so he was still poor.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm a disc jockey. I'm poor.
You're poor.
We don't have our own car.
And he can't fit into it.
Right.
Well, you're not short.
Well, no, I mean, it was even difficult for
you,
me.
but he was even taller than you.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I would love to see that. You got any clips of that?
Yeah, it's on somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was
y'all were the worst.
Yeah, we came in last. On regular TV tonight, figure skating U.S. Championships women's free skate is on NBC.
See, now I like all that. That's my curling, I guess, because Jason likes curling and I love figure skating.
I love that.
I never would have thought you would have watched that.
Yeah, so my mom loves figure skating, so I grew up watching it. You know, it wasn't like a thing. It's like, ooh, figure skating's on. Let me go
all us
watch
girls love it.
I'd watch it if my mom had it on.
Then you just see how athletic they are.
Yeah.
You learn to appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like one of the few guys in school who knew who Brian Boitano was.
But then come to find out, if it was on, what's that cartoon that Cartman's on?
South Park.
South Park.
Yeah.
He made it to South Park. So more than you knew. The guys from South Park knew Brian Boitano.
Penn and Teller, Fool Us, Masters of Illusions. Those are both on CW. On streaming, starting today, Pamba. That's on Amazon.
What in the
4.
world?
Couldn't tell you.
Season 4?
Yeah. Shafted, season 1 on Netflix. The Trauma Code, that's the series premiere on Netflix. On Saturday on NBC, Saturday Night Main Event. Also on Saturday, the Vols and Auburn play. That's number 6 versus number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a big game. It's at 7:30. That'll be on ESPN on Saturday night. Prosecuting Evil with Kelly Siegler. That's on Oxygen. And Kobe, The Making of a Legend, series premiere. That'll be on CNN. And then we've got some NFL football on Sunday. The Bills and the Chiefs. Isn't there another? There should be another NFL game. I can't remember.
The Lions and somebody?
No, Lions lost.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not keeping up with it good enough then.
I'm having a brain. I know some of you are yelling at the radio and television right now, telling me what it is.
We'll find out after 7.
Yeah.
See, I was like, "What's that? What's that cartoon, Cartman?" And it's the end of the week, y'all. That's my excuse.
Right. We're supposed to be here informing people, Sheila.
Right.
And we're the worst at it.
And they yell at the radio and the TV. Why don't y'all know anything?
Quiz competition. Oh, here we go. We'll have it right
Somebody's
now.
telling you.
Washington and the Eagles.
Yay,
There
thank
go.
you.
Thank you, Troy Boy.
Yeah.
There's a quiz competition series. The 1% Club has been renewed for a second season. It airs on Fox, and then it'll be streaming on Amazon Prime. Joel McHale will host, taking over for Patton Oswalt, which I'm glad about. I like Joe McHale way better than Patton Oswalt.
Patton, it's like I root for Patton, but I don't really like him hosting.
He's
Poor little Patton.
He's said some really stupid stuff, and I just
well, I shouldn't say he seems a little slow, but
he's not the brightest bulb in the bunch.
That's how to say it nice.
Mm-hmm.
Bless his heart.
He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
But he seems like he'd be real sweet, Jason.
Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag are going to sue the city of Los Angeles after losing their home in the Palisades.
Oh, but I get because they didn't have water available.
It wouldn't surprise me if a class action suit came out of it.
Oh.
Guys, Nikki Bella's in talks to return to WWE.
What?
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
And we talked about this the other day, Billy Ray Cyrus at the Liberty Ball, how he was.
You know what? I told you I didn't. Okay, I didn't see it at the time, but I've looked it up. Oh my goodness! And then he claimed that that he just couldn't hear the music and the music wasn't playing. He was out of it.
He's out of it.
He didn't know what was going on, and they had to come get him and tell him, you need to go off stage.
Right.
I saw that.
I've seen out of it before, and that's exactly what it looks like.
I was shocked.
Yeah. And
because
it was bad. Well, his son has on, I think, Instagram.
Yeah.
Pled with his dad to get some help.
Mm.
You know, it says, "I love you, Dad. We hadn't talked in a while. But I'm over a year and a half clean from alcohol. Guess what? I feel amazing. I don't know what you're struggling with exactly, but I think I have a pretty good idea, and I'd love to help you if you would open up and receive the help. You know how to reach me."
It was really sad to me after I looked back and saw that, and I'm like,
yeah.
Because Billy Ray seems like a good guy.
I think so.
I think he seems really sweet and kind-hearted, Kentucky boy.
Yeah.
You know, and I just thought, to see him from his achy breaky days to this, you're better than that.
Yeah.
You know, it was more than just them not playing the music right.
Yes. Yeah. So
Because he didn't even know to get off stage.
Billy Ray needs some help.
Yeah.
The Real Good, that's coming up next, so we'll get to that. That's a couple of stories that are positive and uplifting. And round 5 of Ask Sheila, still on the way. So stick around with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville, live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ, wanting to wish you and your loved ones a very happy new year. We want to invite you to join us for a special new Bible study through the Gospel of Matthew as we read and discuss the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Please be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-558-TERM, 866-558-TERM, 866-558-TERM.
Join us for A Woman's Heart on Thursday, February 6th. Sponsored by Tennessee Heart, the event will include great dinner, heart health seminar by Dr. Noel Torres, and presentation of the Martin Coffey Cardiovascular Service Award. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Hey Tennessee Tech fans, it's your head women's basketball coach, Kim Roseman, and we need you at the Hoop Thursday, February 6th versus SIUE at 5:30 p.m. with Coach Pelfrey and our men's team to follow. Come watch us battle it out on the court and help us secure another home win. Don't miss a moment of the action this season. Get your tickets today at ttusports.com or call the ticket office at 931-372-3940. Let's pack the hoop and make this season unforgettable. Wings up.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel
Lemonette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:49 now.
Our guest coming up after 7, Upper Cumberland reporter. We'll have Jacob Vinson. We hope Jacob will be here.
Maybe.
Then it's 7.
He's totally ghosted us on the sports today, but whatever.
Oh, my goodness. Poor Jacob when he comes in, the grief you're going to give him. Then at 7:30, Jamie Newman. She is with the Polar Bear Plunge. Yep, we got that in the Upper Cumberland.
What in the world?
And there's actually more people that's going to do that with her.
Yeah. I think last year they did that up in Monterey, didn't they?
Yeah, they did at Meadow Creek.
So they're doing it this year too?
Yeah, and it was kind of cold then, but it's going to be really cold. It's February 1st. It's coming up next weekend.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's still going to be real cold then.
Yeah.
That's why they call it Polar Bear.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Oh, gosh, no.
In fact, I'm not.
No, I'm not, but I respect her for doing it. Do I?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Jamie. But I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm going to ask her, what are you doing? Why are you so crazy?
If I'm not mistaken, our good friend and newsman Rafferty Cleary did it last year.
Did he do it last year?
I think so. I don't know if he wimped out or not, but I thought he was going to.
I love Rafferty, but I would think he'd wimp out like us. I mean, I know I'm a wimp on it.
I'm going to wimp out. But I think he wimped out. I think he got there and wimped out, maybe. Or maybe he did it. I don't know.
We'll see if Jamie knows, and we'll ask her.
Oh, yeah. Every day, me and Sheila go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it the real good. Jacob Vinson just texted. I did it, forgot to hit send.
I love him so much. Because I'm like, that's not like him. I hope he's okay.
I've done that.
I have too.
I've typed out this big text and then forgot to hit send.
All right, Jacob. I'll try to calm Jason down so you won't pick on Jacob too much.
All right. Maria Castanello Ursary is an artist in Brunswick, Maine, who's been turning her passion for painting into charity donations with her monthly Brush Strokes for Impact paint-a-thons.
Whoa, that sounds big.
Since 2015, Maria has raised over $20,000 for various charities by raffling off her original works. One of her favorite charities is Art Van, a mobile art therapy program that helps underserved communities.
The Art Van, that sounds pretty cool. I'd like to start one of those here.
Maria certainly enjoys the activity of painting, but also enjoys seeing how the work she's doing helps others. As she explained, this is one of my ways of contributing to the common good. So good on her.
You know, you enjoyed painting more than you thought you would.
That's true, I did.
It is great therapy.
Then I got the most
he sure did.
money for my painting of anybody at the radio station.
I came in second.
Earlier,
you didn't want to hear that, though.
Earlier this month, a snowstorm hit Brownsburg, Indiana, and pizza delivery guy Connor Stefanoff was stuck in the middle of it when a terrible road conditions hit. Connor couldn't drive to finish the delivery, so he walked over half a mile to get the job done, wearing just sweatpants, a sweater, a beanie, and his tennis shoes.
Wow.
And after going the extra mile to deliver the $40 pizza, he only got a $2 tip.
Oh.
I bet the pizza was cold.
He's like, well, the pizza's cold. Yeah, but he should have. Did he tell them that he had to walk and deliver it?
I'm sure they could see the snowstorm.
He deserved more of a tip than that.
Officer Richard Craig was on duty that night and saw Connor trudging through the snow. That's when Connor told Richard about his $2 tip. Richard gave him some words of encouragement and $15 cash.
Oh.
Richard then took the extra step of posting the story on social media, inviting people to donate money to Connor, the remarkable pizza delivery guy, with hopes of raising a few $100. Well, Richard was shocked because it turned into a thing, and they raised $23,000.
Well, Richard, looks like that $2 was the luckiest $2 you ever got.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes bad stuff happens, so good stuff happens.
And then, so you'll appreciate the good
Yeah.
stuff even more.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's pretty cool. To Marie Castanello Ussery and to Richard Craig, the cop there in Brownsburg, Indiana, and to the Connor, the delivery guy. Y'all are
Real good.
All right, Sheila, are you ready
I'm ready.
for round 5?
I'm ready. That doesn't mean I'm going to have the right answers, but I always try to have a good answer.
All right, Sheila, let's see here.
We got a theme?
This looks like it's about garbage. It's all about garbage today, Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
The average American throws out about this many pounds of garbage each day. How many pounds is it?
Each day,
Each day.
200 pounds.
200 pounds of garbage each day?
I just thought it would be high.
Well, that's not even close.
10 pounds?
10 pounds.
Oh, I got it? Seriously?
Well, I mean, are we
After
going
a second one.
are we going to count that?
Yes, because you go, no, 200 pounds. And I go, let's just shorten it to 10. I could have picked so many other numbers.
200 pounds of trash, Sheila.
10.
You went 200 first. What made you do that?
Well, I was wanting to see how high it was, and then you told me and it would be lower, so I thought I'll just go real low then.
All right, Sheila. This takes up the most space in landfills. What is it?
Ooh, plastic.
No,
It's not plastic.
it's not plastic. I mean, I figured that'd
I
be
think that's a
everybody's
good answer.
but
Thank you.
but that's not what it is.
I don't know then.
Paper.
I think I guess in my mind it would disintegrate more, but I know it don't.
It would disintegrate.
That's why I
faster,
thought there would
but-
be plastic on top of plastic because it
Yeah.
doesn't disintegrate and you would have more of it.
Yeah, I think all the plastic goes to the trash island out in the ocean.
Oh, I don't like that either.
All right, Sheila, here we go. This is the last question. We're giving you the 10. We're not giving you.
But I got it. I could have picked for my second choice any other number.
I know that.
And I just went 10. I went from 200 to 10.
Well, I said we're giving it to you.
Yeah, but you were like, I guess we're giving you the
Well,
10.
it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not going to get
Why? It doesn't matter. So why you ain't being so mean about it?
this item of garbage takes 80 to 100 years to decompose. What is it?
Is that plastic?
It is not plastic.
This item. It's not plastic?
Nope, it's not plastic.
Can I have a hint? Can I phone a friend?
I mean,
What would be my second
a
choice?
hint would give it away.
It takes how many years?
80 to 100.
Oh, like a can.
Yes.
Okay.
Aluminum can.
Because I was like, what would be my next? If it's not plastic, what is it? Can.
Aluminum.
Are you going to give me that one too?
Yeah. So you got 2 today.
So I did. I don't roll your eyes. Did you have that shot on you?
I did.
He rolls his eyes more than anybody at me. And I bet my husband does, but he don't let me catch him.
Right. Yeah, he's not on camera doing it.
And he's surely not when I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
He has to live with me.
That would be different.
I thought you were going to say, and that would be difficult. You have to work with me all day.
Right.
He lives with me all day, every day.
Old Tim.
I know.
When he goes through the pearly gates, he's going to get a special surprise.
You've got a special seat.
Yeah, I believe so. Him and my mama. I think him and my mama both have special seats.
Oh, wouldn't that be two cute little people sitting there on the throne?
I'm going to need my mama to vouch for me.
I'm going to need Tim to vouch for me.
All right, guys, hang out. We'll be right back with Jacob Vincent. We'll talk some local high school sports when we get back on Good Morning Cookeville.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400 WHUB Cookeville.
538. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That is the number we're getting from the White House of what it calls illegal immigrant criminals rounded up in nationwide immigration enforcement raids. Fox's Bill Malugion's been there for some of the raids in Boston.
We witnessed ICE arresting a combative Haitian man who ICE says is a gang member with 17 criminal convictions. And he had this to say.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
Fox News witnessed ICE make a handful of arrests of other egregious criminal aliens. They include an MS-13 gang member wanted for aggravated murder in El Salvador.
They're also getting a Trump immigration executive order that's been blocked, aiming to end birthright citizenship enshrined in the Constitution, making anyone born in the U.S. an American.
A federal judge in Seattle saying this, quote, "I've been on the bench for over 4 decades. I can't remember another case that presented a question as clear as this one. This is a blatantly unconstitutional order."
Fox's Chandler Painter. This morning, President Trump will take his first trip since returning to the White House, telling Fox's Hannity,
"I'm stopping in North Carolina, first stop, because those people were treated very badly by Democrats."
Some residents in the Asheville area complain of a slow response and recovery in the September hurricane flooding disaster. Later today, President Trump will go survey the Los Angeles wildfire disaster. He's threatened to withhold federal aid, blaming water mismanagement. California Governor Gavin Newsom, a Democrat, calls that misinformation.
Maybe the president just doesn't know that there's not a spigot that can be turned to solve all the water problems that he alleges exist that don't exist.
Now tonight, Senate Republicans may confirm Pete Hegseth as defense secretary, though there were 2 Republicans who were against him in a procedural vote yesterday. Hegseth denies allegations of sexual misconduct and alcohol abuse. America's listening to Fox News.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Thousands of pro-life demonstrators are gathering in Washington, D.C. this morning, and they have a friend in the White House again.
A day before tens of thousands of anti-abortion activists gather in Washington for the March for Life, President Trump signed pardons for 23 people convicted of a federal law that prohibits blocking access to clinics. Advocates for their clemency say the protesters were peaceful.
They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people. They should not have been prosecuted.
President Trump is expected to address the March for Life in a pre-recorded video. Justices nominated by him in his first term made up part of the majority opinion that overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
And those pro-life activists will not like this story detailing another medical abortion alternative.
A new study shows a drug commonly used as an emergency contraceptive could be repurposed for abortions. Researchers found if they doubled the active ingredient in the morning after pill known as Ella and combined it with the drug misoprostol, the results induced abortions in 97% of participants. The results were about as effective as a combination of mifepristone and misoprostol. The study was published in the journal Negem Evidence. The increased strength Ella pill could be used as an alternative abortion pill as pro-life activists work to limit access to mifepristone in several states. Tom Graham, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures down modestly the day after the S&P 500 hit a record high. At tennis's Australian Open, the men's final is set and Novak Djokovic is not in it. He withdrew from his semifinal because of an injury, ending Djokovic's bid for a record 11th Australian Open title. Alexander Zverev advances to the final to play Jannik Sinner, who just beat American Ben Shelton. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. 2 men accused of shooting a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper during a July traffic stop in Putnam County both pleaded not guilty Thursday. Timothy Laquan Davis Jr. and Braves Roland Rucker remain behind bars in connection to the shooting of Trooper Adam Cothran. They face multiple charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Putnam County authorities found approximately a half pound of methamphetamine and 2.5 ounces of fentanyl while investigating suspicious activity at the Baxter T-Mart earlier this month. Sheriff Eddie Ferris says deputies arrested 24-year-old Camden Cowan on charges of manufacture, sale, or delivery of meth and fentanyl. The State Department of Economic and Community Development awarded nearly $600,000 in grant funding Thursday to help 2 local entities with long-term planning for water and sewer systems. The city of Spencer is set to receive $95,000, while the Jackson County Utility District will receive $500,000. That's the news from WHUB.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
Jacob Benson from Upper Cumberland Reporter is with us. He did do the sports this morning, but just forgot to send it.
We've all done that.
Yeah. I've done that several times. You know me.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I did it. I send it, and he goes, did you? And then it's still waiting. And
Yeah. Well, there was one time I did send it to you, but it just never delivered.
Yeah.
And it just never went through. That was fun.
See, that's not like Jacob though. He's reliable.
No, Jacob
I can pull it up right now. I did do it.
I believe that because Jacob is consistent.
Very consistent.
You know,
yeah.
And I'd say he's probably 95% in the year that he's, or almost year he's been doing it.
I say 99.
99%.
It's Jacob. Don't give him grief. He's always on time.
Hey, they're both A's, right?
Yeah, right. They're both A's, yeah. Well, now, but back when we were in school, you had to get a 95 to get an A.
Yeah.
And now you just have to get a 90.
Lowering expectations.
You would have been a straight A student then.
No, I would not have been.
It might have been 93 for me whenever I was going through.
Here's what I don't understand. We'll talk about sports here.
We're getting to sports. But.
Here's what I never understood about the grading system. 0 to 70 F. Right?
Right.
That's what you think it should be?
No, that's what it was. When
I got you.
We're older than you. That's what it was when we were growing up.
You had 70 ways to get an F.
Mm-hmm.
70 to, what was it? 80 was a D.
Right.
80 to 95 was a B. Then 95 to 100 was. So only give you 5 to get an A, 70 to get an F. The odds were stacked against you.
That's why when you're an honor roll student, you are at the top notch.
Well, Well, let's see. Let's get into some high school basketball. It was a tough night the other night for the Lady Bees. I know it was for the coach. I couldn't believe she was actually even coaching.
I know.
But I'm sure
About
that
Dana McWilliams, she lost her father and buried him that day, and then came and coached, and we were all rooting for her.
Yeah, that had to be a hard game to coach, and I'm not sure I could have done it. But that's probably her therapy, but still a tough loss for the Upperman Bees.
Yeah, and I mean, our thoughts and prayers definitely go out to that family. I mean, that family is Upperman basketball.
Oh, gosh.
So, so obviously they were coaching and playing with heavy hearts all night long. I mean, you know how close-knit that team is with that family as well. So it was a heck of a basketball game, too. I mean, they were leading at halftime. They went on a little bit of a run in that first half, and then White County started to figure some things out. Excuse me, and then really got better defensively in the second half and did some really nice things defensively to get back into it. And I mean, they're number 1 and number 3 in the state for a reason.
Right, yeah.
So that game was expected to be close. And White County's had Upperman's number in the first game of each season these last 4 years now. They've been able to win that game. So it's they're on an impressive run of at least winning the first game in the series. But you look back at history, the first game doesn't matter. It's the last time that you play them.
That's right.
Because it's usually in the region tournament, and that's the big one. And so we'll see what White County can do the rest of the season. But, I mean, we expected them that they've got the talent to make it to the state tournament, maybe win a state championship, and Upperman the same way.
And boys, they ended up winning.
They won by a lot. Ty Cobb had 42.
That's right.
He's special.
That kid is unreal. And it seems like if he starts the game hitting one or two real quick, like within the first 2 or 3 minutes, if I'm the other team, I'm already getting the bus warmed up. I'm getting the bus warmed up. I'm starting to pack things up. I'm getting ready to go home.
When he's on a roll, he's on a roll.
I mean, when he's
fun to watch.
That first 1 or 2 minutes, if there's no lid on the goal, it's over. I mean, it's incredible to
and really pretty humble for a young high school student, you know?
Well, I certainly wouldn't be.
No, I know, but we've interviewed him, and I was like, he's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're a superstar.
Yeah. So tell us about some of the other games. I know there's some games tonight, and it feels like basketball just started, but we're getting closer to the end of that now too. So how's all that shaping up with the tournament as far as the games tonight?
So Upperman they now have a loss in district play. White County is the only undefeated team in 7 AAA in that district, on the girls' side at least. So they're number 1 right now, Upperman at number 2. And then I believe they're the only 2 teams that are at that 1 and 2 right now. And then Livingston and Cumberland County are right behind. Livingston Academy is at Sparta tonight, so that'll be an interesting one.
Wow, yeah.
Because they took Upperman to the brink as well.
Sure did.
So that'll be a big one to see if Sparta can retain that number 1 spot. Could be a big opportunity for Livingston Academy. That'll be a broadcast game tonight on the main UCR Facebook page. So we're looking forward to that one. It's a big one on the boys' side too.
That'll be on YouTube as well.
On YouTube will be Upperman and Cumberland County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the one that'll be on Hub Plus
Correct.
tonight as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So those are 2 of our broadcast games, and then we have Cookeville and Lebanon, which will be 2 good ones too.
Cookeville, Lebanon, yeah. I've heard a lot of people around town talking about Cookeville and Lebanon, and I haven't been able to pick up on why yet. Is Lebanon just is Cookeville and Lebanon, are they pretty close to?
So they're, I guess you would consider their rival within the district, just because, I mean, it's hard to have rivals when your rivals are an hour to an hour and a half away inside your district. And they, on the girls' side specifically,
I can get into hating Lebanon.
On the girls' side specifically, they've had some really good battles these last couple of years. And Cookeville hasn't lost a district game since the 2020-2021 season on the girls' side. So it's been an impressive run.
that.
Yeah. And Lebanon's had some good teams. I mean, they've got a really good coach in Corey Baird. They were a powerhouse at one point, and they've had some really good teams these last couple of years. They have a good team this year as well. but so does Cookeville. And so this is kind of the test in the district for the Cavaliers. If you win this one, you can set yourself up to get the 1 seed in the district tournament. You're probably going to play Lebanon at some point again in the district tournament. But then it kind of sets you up for a little bit more success a little later on in the season if you can win this one. And it just so happens that it's at home tonight.
Cookeville boys against Lebanon. How does that pan out?
That whole district is just insane. And I say that because they're so evenly matched 1 through 6. Every team is right around 500. Cookeville has played 3 district games so far. Every single one has come down to the last possession.
Wow.
They've won 2 of them. They lost their last one against Laverne, but Laverne's a really good team, and they had a chance to win it late.
I guess that's what I was going to ask. If they're all 500 teams, is it because they're all not great, or is it because they're all really good?
I think they're all probably a little bit. Cookeville and Laverne are probably the top 2 teams. They're probably a little bit above average, and then the bottom 4. They're solid. There's not a great team in the district. There's really not a great team in the region either, and that's a good thing for Cookeville, especially just because of how much they lost last year and how great they were.
Yeah.
It was going to be hard to repeat that success, but the road has maybe lightened up a little bit for the Cavaliers this year. So that loss against Laverne doesn't really hurt them necessarily, just because there's going to be so many more opportunities for wins in district play this year for them. But I mean, they would love to have a win without it coming in the last possession of the ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 3 games in district play have done that. 4 games, they had a game against Hendersonville before that came down to a buzzer beater for Hendersonville. So their last 4 games, they're 2-2, and they've all come down to the last possession.
Wow.
So I'm sure for Coach Matt Hill, he's having a lot of stress these last few ball games for the Cavaliers.
Yeah. More with Jacob Vincent coming up here in just a little bit. Some more high school ball. We'll get into a little bit of NFL and talk about that. Wrap up the national championship game. We hadn't had a chance to talk about that. Your favorite team won.
Something like that.
So we'll talk about that when we come back with Jacob Vincent from Upper Cumberland Reporter in just a minute here on Good Morning Cookeville.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their 2nd month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-340-5510. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-340-5510. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-340-5510.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Drive into 2025 with some ridiculous savings from Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. We need to sell off our remaining 2024 inventory, and we are doing everything we can to make it happen. Get up to $9,500 off 2024 F-150s, up to $11,000 off 2024 Expeditions, and even up to $15,000 off 2024 Lincoln Navigators. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnOfCookeville.com.
This great country was founded on freedom, and that was freedom from a country that forced us to buy overpriced tea and then tried blockading us when we dumped their tea into the ocean. How'd that work out for them? Well, it's time now to throw out your overpriced big wireless contract, throw it overboard. My friends at Pure Talk, my cell phone company, says no to inflated prices, and with a qualifying plan, of just $45 a month, you can choose a free iPhone 14 or free Samsung Galaxy. And yes, this is for premium service. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 25 gigs of data, mobile hotspot. You get all of it at a fraction of the price of AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. Also, they use the same 5G network. So get your free iPhone 14 or your Samsung Galaxy. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword save now and check in with Pure Talk and their U.S. customer service team and make the switch. Pound 250, keyword save now from Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here, live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:19 now.
Jacob Vinson from Upper Cumberland Reporter. Happy to have you with us. And I know it's getting closer and closer to the Super Bowl. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, who you got going to the Super Bowl? The Chiefs and...
I know. I don't want to say the Chiefs. I would love to see the Bills in it. That would be awesome.
I'd love to see the Bills.
They're just fun to watch, too.
But it's going to be the Chiefs.
I know.
That's the predetermined.
Yeah. It's funny. Well, it's funny how it's turned that way, because you think back, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, when they weren't. The Chiefs really weren't anything. And of course, it was Brady and the Patriots, and now it's like, oh, now we hate the Chiefs just because. But it's also turned into. Obviously, there was a lot of officiating talk after last week's game against the Texans. And then you have Mahomes coming on and doubling down, and we don't get preferential treatment, and it's like,
dude, we've all got eyes.
Yeah, right. Well, and then Joe Mixon, I don't know if you saw this, he got fined for something. Who was it? TJ Houshmandzadeh said on Twitter, and then a story in Sports Illustrated credited it to Joe Mixon, and the NFL fined him for it, even though it wasn't even him that said.
Oh my gosh!
And they fined him. I mean, it was like $25,000. So for him, it wasn't anything.
Well,
but
$25,000.
And they're gonna appeal it and they'll figure it out. Sure. But I mean, it's just and it was about the officials. But yeah, it's just a bit ridiculous. But I would love to see the Bills win. I don't know if they will, just because it's against the Chiefs.
But I really like Josh Allen.
And then I guess he's really fun to watch. I mean
I've liked watching him since he was a Wyoming Cowboy.
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot better this year, just in terms of taking care of the football and not being as careless with it.
His release is so quick, and powerful.
Yeah, he can sling it.
Yeah,
I mean he can run too. And he's big. I mean he's a complete quarterback. And on the NFC side, I don't know if I really want either of those teams to go. I guess it'd be kind of cool to see Washington make it, just because they haven't been there since I think it was 2006, 2003, something like that, since they last made the playoffs. So it'd be pretty cool to see them make it. I guess I'd be okay with the Eagles making it. I don't really have any ill will other than them beating the Packers in the playoffs.
I don't really care about the NFL. It's like, okay, whatever. It's football, so I'll watch it. Playoff football fun. Of course, Super Bowl is going to be fun to watch. We're playing a big Super Bowl party.
There you go.
For the have you heard of the it's a golf course down around Sparta, Honky Tonk National?
I have, yeah. I haven't been down there, but
so we're they've got that big nice restaurant there. So right now we're planning a Super Bowl party there. So you'll have to come down and
there we go
and watch that. And I imagine we won't care who wins at some point.
We just want a party.
I'm sure there'll be enough wings and beer that by the end we'll be all like, "Hey, we've had a good time."
That's right. That's all that matters.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, everyone can agree on that.
Yeah. So I mean, this kind of seems predetermined. Did you also see where they ranked the college football teams by how much they're worth?
I did not.
So
in terms of like NIL or
as far as like if they were an actual business.
Okay, so like kind of like a franchise.
So the Wall Street Journal went and did this. Ohio State was number one, worth $2 billion.
Jeez.
And then I don't know how. I didn't see Indiana on the
I
list.
wouldn't expect football-wise them.
But Tennessee comes in at number 8 with they're over $1 billion. But they beat some teams that I didn't think would. Alabama's 800-something million, just barely above Auburn.
Interesting.
And so, but you should look that up. You would
Yeah.
find that interesting to look at.
Yeah.
But $1 billion.
I wonder how they put those numbers together too. That'd be kind of
I
interesting.
don't
to
know,
read about.
on Feinbaum yesterday afternoon, I didn't see the show, but I watched the clip, and the economist who did it explained how it all went down. There's a lot.
I would imagine
that
so.
I didn't understand. I was just happy the Vols are in the top 10.
I'm sure Feinbaum's been a shell of himself these last few weeks with Ohio State and Notre Dame making the championship, and
well, and now there's even controversy now about how many viewers there were. Yeah, so like there's some reports that it was just 22 million, which makes it one of the lowest rated, and then there's also reports of 27 million, which still doesn't get up into the 30 millions that it would have been if a Southeastern Conference team would have been in it, but it still would have been respectable. And so now there's even back and forth on that. So I don't know. I mean, if you get wrapped up in the TV ratings, which ESPN does, so I'm pretty sure we'll have a Southeastern Conference team.
You got pretty wrapped up in that too yourself.
Well, only because I've got the Ohio State fan.
You were wanting to pick on them.
And I wanted to pick on them
Yeah.
a little bit. But, all right, so a little bit of college basketball tomorrow night. You got the Vols and Auburn. That's number 1 versus number 6. Have you been able to watch much college basketball?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been watching Indiana, so it's not good college basketball. Yeah. Tennessee and Auburn would be a really fun one, though.
I think so.
Auburn's really good.
They're
I mean,
really
obviously,
good.
Tennessee was number 1 at one point when they were undefeated this year, and they got a big win in their last game and looked pretty good against Mississippi State. So when you hold a team to just 16 points and a half, that's pretty darn good. They're going to be tested against Auburn because that team is, I mean, they're big and they're old. I don't think they have. I remember watching them in the Maui Invitational earlier this year, and there was some stat I think they had 1 freshman on the roster.
Wow.
And he was a 5-star that came in, and then everybody else is like a senior or a super senior just because they were transferred in or redshirt and all that kind of stuff. And so it's a very, very old group in Auburn, which normally leads to success in college basketball. So that'll be a really big opportunity for Tennessee for sure.
Yeah, that's on ESPN tomorrow night at 7:30. If you want to watch that, I'll be glued to that one.
Good precursor to the games on Sunday as well.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be good sports week.
Yeah, it is.
Got some good high school basketball tonight on Upper Cumberland Reporter, girls and boys. Got some good college basketball this weekend, and then NFL football on Sunday. Well, the weekend's planned.
There we go. We set it out.
And what else do we?
You don't
what
have to.
else
You
do
don't
we
have to
need?
leave the couch.
Yeah. Did we hit all the boys game? I know we talked a lot about the girls games. Do we hit all the boys games that are going to be on UCR today?
Yeah, so today we'll have all the same girls games that obviously they just play right after, but Livingston and Sparta are on the main UCR Facebook page, Upperman and Cumberland County on YouTube, and then Cookeville and Lebanon on UCR2. The Livingston-Sparta game will be interesting just because in terms of district play and their district seedings, it's a big opportunity for both of them because they're trying to get to that 3 seed and have the opportunity to play the 6 seed in the play-in game because you have 2 play-in games when you get to the district tournament. At least they did last year in 7 AAA, and I believe they're doing the same thing this year. So the 1 and the 2 get a bye, and right now that would be Upperman and then I think Stone Memorial. And then after that, actually Cumberland County is at 2-2 right now too.
Okay.
They beat DeKalb County and Sparta in a couple of games. So they've gotten some wins. So they're kind of up there to maybe mess some things up as well. But you really don't want to be in that in those play-in games, and you really don't want to be the 5-6 seed because then you're taking on a pretty solid team. So Livingston and Sparta tonight on the boys' side will be a big one.
So that's the game to watch. So
Yeah,
if you had to pick one.
Yeah.
Are you saying that because that's the one you're calling?
No, I'm actually doing Cookeville and Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
That'll be a fun one too. I think Cookeville has a good chance to win that game. That I don't want to call it easy, but it might be their easiest game that they've had these last 4, just in terms of coming down to the last possession.
And then on Hub Plus tonight, it'll be Upperman and Cumberland County.
Yep.
And who's calling that?
That'll be Noah.
Oh,
He'll be there.
Well, you'll have to work that volume. Sometimes it gets a little loud.
It's
No,
a little loud,
I
yeah.
have to work that volume. Like, oh,
He gets excited.
I was at it again. Turn this down some.
But a good bounce back opportunity for the Lady Bees in that game. And it's a Cumberland County team that we didn't know a lot about earlier this year, but they've played some really good basketball here lately, and they've got a really good player in Sydney Will.
Is that at Cumberland County?
It is, yeah.
All right. So if you don't want to make the trip up the hill tonight, you can watch that on Upper Cumberland Reporter or on Hub Plus. Upper Cumberland Reporter does a great job covering all the local high school sports around here, really shining a light on a lot of great local kids and getting them noticed by colleges all over the country, really. So not only providing a service to fans, but providing a service, I think, to the kids here in the upper.
Pun intended. They've been a game changer for high school football,
see
basketball.
what Sheila did there.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, even though you claim that you did do the sport, and I do believe it, and that you did I will not give you the demerit.
We can hold the phone up into the microphone. It won't sound great, but
it's all right. We don't need
When he said demerit, it kind of hurt me a little bit because I'm like, hey.
This is going on your permanent record.
Jacob is always here for us, so.
Jacob Vincent with Upper Cumberland Reporter. Thanks for being here, dude.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Coming up next, Jamie Newman, the Polar Bear Plunge is coming up. So we'll talk to Jamie about that when we come back on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window studio.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Two men accused of shooting a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper during a July traffic stop in Putnam County both pleaded not guilty Thursday. Timothy Laquan Davis Jr. and Bray's Roland Rucker remain behind bars in connection to the shooting of Trooper Adam Cothran. They face multiple charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Putnam County authorities found approximately a half pound of methamphetamine and 2.5 ounces of fentanyl while investigating suspicious activity at the Baxter T-Mart earlier this month. Sheriff Eddie Ferris says deputies arrested 24-year-old Camden Cowan on charges of manufacture, sale, or delivery of meth and fentanyl. The State Department of Economic and Community Development awarded nearly $600,000 in grant funding Thursday to help two local entities with long-term planning for water and sewer systems. The city of Spencer is set to receive $95,000, while the Jackson County Utility District will receive $500,000. That's the news from WHUB.
TRN News.
Writings made by the Nashville school shooter have reportedly surfaced on social media. Authorities say a 17-year-old shot and killed a female student in the cafeteria of Antioch High School Wednesday before turning the gun on himself. According to News Channel 5, pages of writings by the shooter show the layout of the school along with photos of guns. He allegedly claimed to have anti-Semitic views and had posted a flyer from a neo-Nazi group. Memphis Light, Gas, and Water getting ready to start a project designed to benefit communities on the city's south side. The utility company says it will improve the pipeline distribution of natural gas in the area through a $30 million development. The project will run more than 5 miles from Barton Heights to Weaver Gate Station. Gas services will not be impacted during the construction process. Work is scheduled to begin in April and wrapping up about 6 months later. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
We're here at the Joneses, where we've secretly replaced the paper forms, instructions, and stuff they normally use to do their taxes with Free File. Let's see what happens. See, Free File is online, exclusively from the IRS. It's the completely free way for everyone to prepare and e-file federal taxes. And Free File makes doing taxes far less taxing because it does the hard work for you with brand name tax software or online fillable forms.
All right, I'm ready to start those taxes.
Already done. Someone secretly replaced the paper forms and stuff we normally use with Free File.
Really? We're done?
Done and filed.
It's a less taxing way to prepare and e-file taxes at freefile.irs.gov.
You can stop whispering now.
That's, Free File. www.irs.gov.
A missing Lewis County teenager found safe. An endangered child alert was issued Wednesday for 17-year-old Alyssa Varney. Authorities were concerned because she has a medical condition that may have prevented her from returning home safely. It was announced earlier Thursday the girl was located, but further details haven't been released. The 17-year-old who fatally shot a student at a Nashville high school live streamed part of the crime. That's according to Kick, the streaming platform the shooter used. They say the account that posted the video was quickly banned and the company removed it. The shooter killed a female student Wednesday at Antioch High School before wounding a second student. The shooter then committed suicide. Police said Thursday the gunman was influenced by internet content that was harmful and objectionable. Memphis police reporting they have arrested the person responsible for a strip mall fire causing millions of dollars in damages. Several businesses went up in flames last month at the mall along Summer Avenue. Surveillance video from the scene led investigators to Carl King. He was taken into custody. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
It's a cold start to the day, but there is a warming trend on the way through the weekend, as we'll actually make the mid-40s for the first time in a while. Today, though, mostly sunny, mid-30s, overnight down into the teens, with a little shot of reinforcing cold air. By tomorrow, though, mid-40s, and Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-40s.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance is the largest nonprofit dedicated to ending colon and rectal cancers.
The Alliance has access to the latest trials and treatments. You need the Alliance on your side.
Go to the Alliance. Go to colorectalcancer.org.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:35 now.
Jamie Newman is our guest. She is going to do the polar bear plunge next Saturday.
Crazy.
But you said it's warming up a little bit, and she said the water's still going to be cold, though. I mean,
it will be. We
not
didn't
like cold today.
Yeah, we didn't actually put a thermometer in the water last year. We thought about it this year. We forgot when we were marking the trail, but I'm going to say it's like 40-something. Maybe 40 degrees.
Still a big note.
It's not frozen, so it's not 32. So it's at least over 40.
Nah,
but it's fine.
I don't even like getting it like when you go on vacation and it's July. The pool's probably pretty warm. I still have to.
You need it warmed.
Ooh.
Oh, he stays cold.
Yeah, I'm cold all the time
and
anyway.
there are two approaches to it. You either do the ooh step,
or just go in,
or you just run full bore.
Now, what do you do?
I run full bore. There's no, I mean, it's torture if you're going to tiptoe in it. It's torture. You just go straight ahead as fast as you can.
Just do it.
And you commit, yes, because you don't want to feel every part.
How many times have you done the polar bear plunge, like in your life?
Oh, you mean just plunging out like in the wild or whatever? Oh God, I don't know.
Wait.
So many times. I don't know.
So you've done this without it being an organized event?
Oh yeah.
Hence, when I said,
for fun,
we'll find out why she does this crazy event.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me?
It doesn't have to be an event. She's like, but it's supposed to be really good for your body.
It is. I mean, supposedly there's studies that it decreases the brown fat, in your body, and which is around your organs.
The brown fat.
Brown fat. There's different kinds of fat. So.
Oh, I hadn't heard of that either.
Yeah, you don't want the fat around your organs.
No, I know you don't want like fatty liver and fat around your heart. So that's supposed to help that, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So I know there's a lot of sports people that do it there.
Yeah, for recovery, things like that. I don't really do it for that, but mainly I like kind of the rush, to be honest. I'm not an adrenaline junkie or anything, but I did it one time because of the health benefits, and as soon as I felt it, I was laughing like maniacally.
Yeah,
and
because your brain was freezing. That's what it was.
Maybe, but when you feel it, yeah, I know. Well, you feel it come down on your scalp too. I mean, it's a really cool sensation. I don't know. I just like it.
Well, I mean, to each his own.
That's right.
Well, it's kind of like we've tried cupping and acupuncture.
Oh, yeah. I have not tried that.
See, that's different.
But there is kind of a like, it feels like, oh, there's a little bit of pain, and then, oh, it's such a release.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would think it's kind of like that.
Oh, definitely.
Except the cold would be worse.
How is it even close?
It feels warm once you get in there.
Well, she's talking about the different
It does.
sensations. So I was comparing sensation.
Oh, okay.
Like sometimes your body needs certain things.
Yeah.
And maybe it needs the cold and then to warm up again.
I don't know how
Shocks
it
your
feels to
system.
others, but I mean, honestly, it gets warm to me. And I actually probably stayed in there a little bit too long last year because Sean Campbell and I had a bit of a kind of like
a competition.
Competition, yeah.
Sean Campbell with Mountaintop Candles.
Oh yeah. We
He
had
did the polar bear plunge.
Oh yeah, right beside me. So we stayed in there. We were just kind of hanging out. You know, I was swimming around doing my thing, and I didn't
How were you
feel it
doing?
anymore.
Were you swimming around doing
I was, and I didn't really feel it anymore.
So you're a little cold mermaid.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, I do love the water.
She's a cold mermaid.
I'm a swimmer.
Sorry, it's Sheila-isms.
Yeah, but
Like if Little Mermaid and Frozen.
yeah, combined, it would be Jamie Newman.
right. That's
Disney
right.
movie, yeah.
You don't have to be like me. I mean, literally, if you stick a leg in there, it counts. It's fine.
Oh,
You can
really?
just, you can walk up
she's
there
not
and
a
just
stickler. She just wants people to try it.
I do. Just try
Well,
it.
now,
You know, have fun.
This is for a cause, though,
It
correct?
is, it
Okay,
is.
So,
Oh, that's right.
It's
We need to
always
talk
for
about
a
the cause.
Yeah, it's always for a cause.
So what's the cause, and is there still time to get involved in the polar bear plunge?
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll, of course, it's in a week or so, but we'll take signups the day of, and it's for the expansion of the Tennessee Central Trail.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're always trying to raise funds to do that, to match funds for grants, things like that, because you wouldn't believe how expensive it is to get even a mile more of the Tennessee Central Trail. It's like $1 million, seriously.
Whoa.
You're kidding me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is. I never thought it would be a mile would be $1 million.
Oh, yeah. If a park washes away at a bridge, they can rarely get it back because it costs so much.
Oh.
You have to have certain bids, bureaucracy. But anyway.
Government problem.
Government,
yeah.
But anyway,
It would
takes
normally
a lot.
cost $5.
Exactly.
But
you can
government,
get
$1
Jimmy Bob
million.
to do it out back.
Right, yeah.
But no, you can't get Jimmy Bob. You have to get legit people.
Yeah,
selling bids. But anyway, we're always, raising money, and this is just one of the fun things we do. So yeah, goes to expansion of the Tennessee Central Trail. You can sign up on the Facebook page. Instagram, I put the link everywhere pretty much. It's a runsignup.com type thing. So
You go out and you get people to sponsor you. Is that how that works?
yeah, we got a couple sponsors. Exceptional Beans going to be doing the coffee and the hot chocolate. And then Rooster Cycle Stop is going to do the desserts.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then we have 931 Performance Therapy. They're going to do free injury screens. So I guess if you injure yourself, you can get screened.
That's a lot of great people there involved, though.
No, I think so too. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of involved with CrossFit, and we'd like to get a bunch of people out here. I know the CrossFitters polar plunge. I know they do.
Yeah, they
It's a
seem into
thing.
pain too.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Well, they just go somewhere else in their head, and nothing seems to bother them.
Right. The whole time I'd be going, nope. You'd have to throw
About
me in.
CrossFit and polar plunge.
Yeah. There's a crowd that polar plunges all the time, and then there's a crowd that doesn't. I want to reach out to both because I think it's fantastic.
Sure, yeah, no.
Here's what, I know what you're saying. You want to reach out to those that's never done it, and then be their first time doing your polar plunge.
Absolutely.
That's really
'Cause
fun,
number
isn't
one,
it?
I want to see their face because it's hilarious.
Hey, let's just get down to it.
Yeah.
You're sadistic.
Maybe a little, yeah, maybe a little.
Let's just cut through the chase here. I mean, I think we're all thinking it, right?
No, she's saying it's healthy.
It is healthy. It is healthy. It's funny, and I think it's a great thing to do with your friends.
Funny.
It is.
Oh.
It is a
Seriously,
great
I
thing.
mean, and laughter's good for the heart and soul too.
Absolutely. And then you can say you did it, and I'll take pictures of you.
Sheila,
so
you're
there'll be proof.
enabling. You're enabling
Wow.
her sadistic, evil, twisted
I secretly
mind.
just love Jamie so much. So I'm just like, yeah, Jamie. I'm egging her on,
So is there a particular you need to raise this much money to do it, or no?
No, we just, I mean, you sign up. It's like, I think $45 to run and plunge. or you can just plunge. It's $25. So you get a beanie either way. You get the trap beanie.
There's a run and plunge.
There
right?
is, yes. So you have either or. You can run and plunge because we know some people aren't runners and they just want to come and plunge and have fun. So either or, run and plunge only. You sign up in the same spot either way. And one will go first. It was a bit of a Wild West last year, but the idea is that the runners start off at 11, then they come back and plunge with the plunge only people. But
gotcha.
We're not like crazy about it. Plunge whenever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it kind of works out that people plunge at different times, so you can get
because once you've got the nerve up to do it, you better do it.
Exactly.
Right?
And people don't want to stand there around out in the cold waiting to plunge. You know, so
Right.
like whatever, go do it. Do what you want. Do your thing.
Now, and how far is the run?
The run is about we call it 5K-ish because we clocked it at
5K-ish. I like that.
It's like 3.4, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so we have little things marking the trail. We went out and marked it a couple weeks ago, and you can walk it even. I've had a couple people ask me if we're allowed to walk it. Yeah, do whatever you want. You can cartwheel the whole thing for all I can.
She's easy, just show up.
That's right.
Now, did Rafferty Cleary plunge last year?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Jonathan, I believe is his name, his assistant.
Yeah.
Okay. Rafferty didn't, but
He wanted to, right?
Rafferty. It's a challenge. But Jonathan was in full business suit and plunged in the water.
Jonathan's a hoot.
He sounds fun.
So I mean, like he took the challenge. He was there for it. It was awesome.
Did Rafferty not do it because A, it was cold and he wimped out, or B, he didn't want to mess up his hair?
I don't know. I mean,
I think
you
it's
have
the
to
hair.
ask him. You have
It
to
could
ask
be either
him.
one.
Yeah.
It could be either way. We're talking to sadistic Jamie Newman right now about the polar bear plunge. We'll talk to her more coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville, live here in the Willow.
Looking for incredible deals and unique finds? Discover the Habitat Restore off South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. From furniture and home decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need to spruce up your space, all at unbeatable prices. Plus, every purchase supports Habitat for Humanity, helping families build their dream homes right here in our community. So why wait? Visit Habitat Restore today and uncover treasures while making a difference. South Jefferson Avenue, right here in Cookeville.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients said something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville.
Your Cookeville Gas Department works closely with contractors to make certain no gas line is broken when excavation is done. However, there are times when damage does occur. If you smell gas where construction is being done, please notify the gas department immediately. Better yet, call us before you dig and let us locate the lines for you. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas, energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it
going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:48 now.
Next Saturday, February 1st, is the Polar Plunge. Is it at Meadow Creek Park?
It is.
In Monterey?
In Monterey, yep.
And it's rain or shine.
It is rain or shine,
Well,
yep.
you'll get wet anyway.
Yeah,
You are.
yeah, it's not a big deal if it rains.
And it's going to be in the 50s like it was last year. So, I mean, I felt it was very tolerable last year.
Of course, because you're used to the ice cold.
Well, if it was like 25, if we had the temperatures we had last week, it would be a little bit iffy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it would even be challenging for you.
Maybe.
Like
Eric
if
and I
it's-
talked about it. My husband, I was like, if it's like 12.
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
If it's 12, that water would be negative something, right?
Yeah, that would be ice breaking.
So tell us about, obviously you're jumping into, the lake at Meadow Creek Park. Great lake.
It is. It's beautiful there.
90 acres. It's beautiful. Spring, summer, fall. It's
Definitely.
great. You can do some good fishing, kayaking, and all that stuff. Probably can in the winter too. If it's
She's
warm
done
enough.
it all.
But they're, jumping in with it being that cold. I'm sure there are some safety concerns. So,
Yep.
How are you addressing those?
Well, Rafferty's got Putnam Water and Rescue Squad out there, so they've got their boat, and everything's good to go. We're safe, and we want people to wear shoes. That's a reminder to wear shoes.
Oh, yeah, you don't realize how slippery some of the rocks
And you don't have to, but I mean, I recommend to, like the little water shoes from Walmart or something like that's fine, or your regular old, dirty tennis shoes. But just have something on your feet.
Your
Just
mowing shoes.
Exactly, your mowing shoes, just in case. And then bring your blanket, bring a change of clothes. There's like little stalls there, we'll have to share, take turns.
Bring your hot hands.
Yeah. And we'll have chili to warm you up.
Oh,
Chili's
hey.
part of it this year because we
How
decided to
fun.
do it later in the day. So we're serving lunch. And then, the hot chocolate, all that, and dessert from Rooster Cycle Stop. So, I mean, we got a lot of going on.
I'm going to start an event next year, the warming tent plunge.
Yes, there are.
That is so you.
There's tents and there's, like the stand-up, what do you call them?
Heaters.
Heaters, yeah, stand-up heaters. And then Keith Lilly always has like a fire going by the beach and stuff like that. So it's fun. We had a good time.
Where do you plunge at? It's such a big lake. I mean, are you right there, like where the dam is, or?
Right, there's a beach. If you've been out there, there's actually sand.
Yeah.
So we just kind of like all gather there and walk out into the water right there where you would swim normally.
Yeah.
So
If you haven't been there in a while, they did bring in a lot of sand.
they did.
Made a really nice little beach area there. They're working their tails off at Meadow Creek Park to make it something that I don't know how many miles of trails that they've built.
It's a lot,
there.
yeah.
It's
Upper Cumberland. I mean, I walked it and it was, I think I did out and back because it's not completely around the lake yet. But once it goes completely around the lake, it's going to be like a 12-mile hike.
Yeah.
I do want to say you are so good at promoting how beautiful this area is.
Oh, yeah.
When on your Facebook page, you post like when you travel all the trails, you find little mushrooms and little plants. And I think that just shows how beautiful this area is and how many parks that we have that are just gorgeous to go and travel.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I, for one, appreciate you doing that because I do think it helps promote it.
Yeah, are you one of these people who knows what every mushroom is as well?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's astonishing to me because there's so many different mushrooms and some of them will kill you.
It's a nerdy habit.
Yeah,
Very
but
hobby,
I mean,
not habit.
travel.
hobby.
You should host like your own little travel thing. Like, hey, get together and hike with Jamie, because a lot of us that don't know what everything is, that would be interesting.
Well, I was gonna do it last year for Heather, and then the weather got kind of weird. But you have to hit it at a certain spot because you have to know when things are out.
Right.
You don't want to take people out and there be nothing there to be a bust.
Right.
So I like to scout it a little bit. I'll probably do that for her this year. I am a little funny about my mushrooms, though. A little territorial.
There's some real cute ones, aren't there?
There are. I just don't want people to
red
destroy
ones that are
them.
tiny. That's like the little red with spots on them.
Oh, that's Amanita muscaria.
They're my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
That's like the-
Yeah, I knew she'd know. I knew. I mean, I didn't even.
How'd you not know they were animals?
She didn't act like that. How'd you not
It is
know?
Latin. Don't make
Yeah.
me pronounce some of them. I might make
So I
fool
bet you're
myself.
good at finding the dry land fish and all that.
I am, and I'm not telling you where those are.
Oh, she's got her favorite spots.
I'm terrible at it. I had a buddy.
It's not easy. I mean, I'm not
not.
gonna lie.
No, and there's
not,
some
like,
people that are
tons around
so
here.
great at that. I guess you're one of them.
Well, I'm not great at it. It's just by proxy. I'm out there so much.
Shoot,
you run
girl.
into them, and then you like hold on to that spot.
Yeah.
You found some big stuff that I don't even know what it's called, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that grew here.
I mean, I've had like somebody who like they're good at finding dry land fish
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they taste fantastic.
They do,
Yeah, it's really good eating. And so he took me, he's like, here you go. We found a bunch that day.
Yeah.
Because of him,
Because of
right?
him.
Yeah.
And then so I go back and I'm gonna look again because that's where they were.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see one.
And there could have been some there, and you just didn't know.
He comes back 2 days
maybe.
later, goes to the same exact spot I was at.
Found stuff.
Comes out with a Kroger bag full.
Oh my goodness!
You gotta have the eye. Once you get the
I
eye,
do not have the eye.
Yeah, once you get the eye, you'll start.
And
to
it
see
can
them.
be learned, Jamie.
It can. Yeah, absolutely. It's
Some are
time.
better than others.
Time beating the street, y'all, or the wood street. You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
get out there
Now,
and really get familiar with it.
As far as edible mushrooms, how many different edible mushrooms do we have here in this area?
I'm gonna say there's about a hot top 6.
Hot top.
Yeah,
six.
yeah. I mean, you know, things that are safe to eat,
Yeah.
but you can't mistake them for
Right.
everybody. You know, anything else where it's not, you're not gonna die. So
I'd totally watch a show with you hosting stuff and what that you find.
I don't really
I'd
love
totally
to be on
watch
camera,
it.
but
She don't want to be on camera, but it's all
I'm
over her
actually on
Facebook.
camera. I know, I know.
Well, no, I mean, mushrooms are interesting, and
yeah.
and they're supposed to be great for your brain.
Absolutely.
They're great for a lot of things. Come to find out, we should have been eating a lot of different mushrooms this whole time.
Yeah.
I found out the other day that deer don't like lion's mane at all.
Oh,
which
really?
Is, yeah, which is the white kind that kind of grows
Yeah.
over the tree or
Now the
whatever.
lion's
They won't eat
mane,
'em.
that's the one that is
for
supposed
your-
for your brain. Yeah. So
Yep.
and those are and those grow around here.
Absolutely, yeah. They're
Yeah.
hard to find though. They're not just like
They're all hard to find.
So I wonder why
but-
deer don't like that. I would think
I
that
don't
would be a yummy, meaty kind of.
I don't
thing
know.
for
They
them.
came right up underneath the deck the other night, and
They're
she
like,
kinda sniffed it, and she's like, "Meh,"
Yeah.
because I cooked some and kind of threw off the ends, off
Mm-hmm.
the deck, and she didn't want part of it.
No, I tell you what they do like my fruit trees.
Yes, yes.
Deer love
Oh,
my
yeah.
fruit trees.
They'll eat boletes. I've seen them eat boletes before too.
What?
Boletes, like
What's that?
it's a mushroom that's kind of like a it looks like a toadstool too, kind of like your amanita or whatever. But some are edible, some are not. But there's a couple that grow out here that are edible.
I'm telling you, you need to follow her. She'll teach you
Oh,
some
there's
stuff.
much better people to follow than me.
Well, I like it
for educational purposes.
Here's
anyway.
the thing: I don't want somebody telling me all the hundreds that I can't eat.
Yes.
But you show me 6, I might remember
Everybody
that.
wants to know what they can eat. But
Yeah.
honestly, I like all the other ones. That's just me.
Well, foraging is coming back in style, I guess.
It's fun, yeah.
Because it puts you back out in nature. You do get a little treat for being out there. So I completely understand why that is coming back. We've gotten completely off topic.
We have.
so
But
let's
come to the
get-
polar plunge.
Yeah, but is it the polar plunge or polar bear plunge?
Well, here's the deal.
I may have promoted
it's
that.
proprietary, kind of. The polar plunge is a little bit with Special Olympics. So we
Gotcha.
call it the Putnam Polar Plunge.
Oh,
so it's trail
that's completely
run.
different.
I'm
and
sorry. I
Putnam
think I said polar
That's
bear
okay.
plunge.
It's just like a thing
That's
somebody
like when we
brought
have
to
to
my
say
attention.
the big game, but everybody knows it's the Super Bowl.
Right,
exactly.
So that's why it's called trap. It's not
The
a literal
Putnam
trap.
polar plunge.
The Putnam polar plunge. That's
Cute.
that's to not get in trouble, and that's not.
That's right.
This Saturday. It's next Saturday.
Yeah, the first. It's Groundhog's Day. We always have it on Groundhog Day because the little
Okay.
beanie has groundhog on.
Oh, look at that.
I need a beanie. I need to go dunk
I know.
myself.
You got to turn it around.
Sheila,
See,
you
we're
should go
ushering
do
in.
it.
It's a groundhog on a beanie. Come on.
Sheila, I will donate. I will donate.
What have I done to myself?
He's setting you up. Come on, you can. Put
What
your
about
cap
you,
in.
wimp?
You can put your cap in, can't you?
I've already said I'm
One
not
cap.
doing it. I will donate $100 if you'll do it.
100?
That's a challenge.
$100
I like it. I like it.
if you'll do it.
I think Sheila's calf needs to go into Meadow Lake.
I'm not asking you to jump all the way in.
What time is it?
It's at 12. So see, like sun.
Not get chilly?
Yeah, sun
Not
will be
chilly,
shining.
but like
You
can
get-
eat
yeah,
chili.
and dessert.
And then a groundhog beanie.
Yeah, and you get all the stuff.
Are you coming too?
No, I'll be at
You
home.
gotta take pictures if I'm doing this.
I'll take pictures.
Maybe they're taking pictures. I'll be at home.
Did you hear me? No, I'll be at home. I'll be warm.
I'll be in front of my heat. Probably watching a sporting event or something. So, I'll be rooting y'all on. I
Well, and Monterey folks, come out and watch. I know they need a little cheering up right now. So come out and watch us make
Absolutely.
complete
Yeah.
fools of ourselves. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, thanks so much for being here. We
welcome,
appreciate
guys.
it. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila, real quick, do we know who's coming Monday?
We're working on that.
I got you.
We might have Jamie back with us. Who knows?
Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday here on Good Morning Cookeville. See ya.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400 WHUB.